The Jumbotron, Myrtle Beach Intermediate, started a program called Mentoring Men. Mentoring Men was for 4th and 5th grade boys. Every Thursday, they came dressed up in their khakis, their white shirt, and a tie. We met and had sessions just like this with just some young boys. But to add a special layer to it, we had some high school boys who were mentoring those 4th and 5th graders. Every Thursday, those high school boys will come to my school, they will meet, they will talk, they were partnering up with their mentor. They taught them how to tie ties, they taught them how to sit up straight, they taught them all these different things. Some of those guys from high school went to college, and they still came back to visit those kids in middle school and stayed in contact with them. A lot of my kids from 4th and 5th grade, we still stay in contact, and they're very thankful for the Mentoring Men program. Tasheem Lewis, he was one of those mentors that I started that program with years ago when he was at Myrtle Beach High School. He's one of those guys that came back and talked to my kids about certain things. He's one of those guys that when something went rough with a young man, he took time out to come and mentor that man. He went off and did great things, but he constantly came back and poured into the youth. It is my honor to introduce to you guys Tasheem Lewis after all those years of us starting off, him doing the exact same thing today, December 21st, 2024, coming back and speaking to the youth. I want your undivided attention. I want you to be respectful. I want you to make sure that you're listening and make sure that you're also trusting him, because I will never bring anybody in front of you who I do not trust. He's someone that you can trust. He's someone that he says, hey, here's my number. Call me if you want to talk. You can call. He's that one that might show up at your games. He's another adult that you can trust. So help me give it up for Tasheem Lewis.
Thank you. You can, I don't know, if you can, that'd be awesome.
Good afternoon. All right, who's awake? Yeah, this is the first thing I want to go ahead and do. Being from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, I've been able to witness so many great things. And after hearing what Mr. Ryan and Ms. Drina have been able to talk to you, if you don't mind, can I get you to sit on that side? I'm gonna go back to you. All right, thank you. But when it comes to the things that these individuals devoted their time to be able to give back to you guys, there is something that I heard that was very, very important. Don't take it for granted. The people, the village. This is a village, and these individuals, these are their chiefs. And one thing about that, let me tell you, all the people even my grandfather, he was a teacher at Myrtle Beach Middle School. He was able to teach Ms. Drina and Mr. Ryan. And the beauty of all of that is, don't take the things that they have to tell you for granted, and don't take it with a grain of salt. Because this is what it means. It means later on in life, a lot of the things that they telling you right now, you're gonna be able to you're gonna look at it like you're gonna be in college or you're gonna be at a job and be like, you know what? Mr. Ryan did tell me I need to control my anger or control my emotions, because I am an image of myself or the people I associate myself with. I'm gonna give you this phrase, all right? And if you got your phone out, I know you got your phones out. If you can open up your notes and then just write out some of these different quotes that I'm able to tell you. Because I ain't gonna keep you for long, okay? But I told you, I'll make sure that we learn something. Because one thing I tell each and every single group that I sit in front of, we come in one way, we leave better. Because that means that we didn't sit here and waste none of the time that we had in here, and we really gained the real respect and the real purpose of the time that we have here. So now let me tell you this. On the top of that note, I want you to put I am ... I am ... You ain't do it, Trey.
So if you have your phone, this is time
Yeah.
to bring them up.
Yeah.
If you
I am ... And I give you that because this. Let me tell you guys about an affirmation. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of an affirmation. But an affirmation is things that you can be able to speak into existence, but also building some type of confidence for yourself. Because I am limitless. I am powerful. I am Tasheem Lewis. Right now, you know what? I want all of y'all to say it strongly, say it with some confidence, and say, I am in your name. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3. Whoa, you see that? That's the first step. That's a great example of how we can actually get better at something today. Because if you were to say, if I said, tell me the newest song, you can tell me? What's the newest TikTok they be doing? What's the newest TikTok? What's the new song? What's the new song popping? Y'all don't know? So let me tell you this. The same way y'all don't know how to even respond to that, when somebody asks you who you are, you need to be able to respond a lot stronger and confidently knowing who you are, okay? I'm not saying that you don't, but when it comes to those affirmations, those things that you can be able to speak each and every day, like I am powerful, I am strong, I am fearless. These are all things that we sometimes beat ourselves up over because we are all human. I've been in middle school, I've been in high school, I've been from the same blocks that y'all came from. And let me tell you, there are a lot of people outside of Myrtle Beach that think that you can't. And one thing that I know, that I am. So everybody that think that you can't, let them know that I am. And then who you are is the same representation of where you come from. And this right here, this Cotillion, all the Miss Drina, all of these people, all these different individuals that are pouring into you, y'all need to understand that they are doing that out of their heart. So if they're not even looking to try to get anything back in return, why not give them an opportunity to be able to be proud of the time that they've been given? Be proud of, you know what, you were able to get accomplishments. That's what it is. So you put I am, right? So that's the good deal. Go up and look for affirmation, I am limitless, anything like that. Because that's when you're gonna be able to start manifesting how you wanna walk. Okay? Now the next thing I'll be able to go in and talk about is law of association. Law of association. Does anyone know what that means? Alright, so let me break it down to you. Law of association is this. If I want to be around people that are doing good, I need to be around people that are doing good. If I want to be the class clown and not do no work, I'm going to be with the people that don't do no work and got to joke about everything. If I want to be a good scholar or a student athlete at my school, I'm going to be around the people that like to do their homework. Understand that if I get the grades, I will be able to get to where I want to go. That education starts, right? But let me tell you this. Law of association kind of goes like this. Here you go, Ryan. Be of resource. Be of resource rather than liability. That is a quote, and you can type that in. Be of resource rather than liability. You gonna do it, Omar?
I got my phone on.
All right. You gonna get it? You gonna get it back? Because that right there, being a resource is the same thing. I don't know if y'all heard Ms. Drina talking earlier just now, but Ms. Drina was talking about mentoring men. Let me tell you this: she didn't have to do that. She didn't have to get these young men that I grew up with, my peers. We didn't have to do that. But we understood one thing: if we don't let or pour into individuals like yourselves to be better, how do we know that the community that we're going to leave back behind is going to be in the right standing? That's why I'm grateful for these individuals right here, because I don't know if y'all understand. These individuals here, Mr. Ryan and Ms. Drina, they are some of the catalysts to so much movement going on in Myrtle Beach. So much greatness when it comes to youth. A cotillion? Y'all think I had a cotillion when I grew up? Man, y'all think I had a nice big old Boys and Girls Club? Man, if y'all from the hill And y'all know that little blue Boys and Girls Club? Y'all know the Blue Boys and Girls Club? Right beside, that's my grandma's house. And I remember them days where I couldn't even go over to the Boys and Girls Club because I had to go pick up pine cones. Yeah, I'm that old. I know I look 18, but I'm about 28. But the one thing about it is, they started right there in that little blue house. Now look at them. You think that they didn't have an I am? You think that they didn't have a mindset of getting better, evolving? You think that they didn't have that mindset? Because that's why y'all sitting here right now. Because of patience and obedience. Let me tell you about this. If you aren't patient for the things that you desire, then it might slip over your head. Because one thing about patience is, just like our parents or teachers, they got to tell us all the rules and restrictions, right? Regulations. If we follow those, what happens? We good. If we don't follow those, it gets a little bit harder, correct? That's just in life. That's just in getting the right grades. That's just in accomplishing or going to get a job. It just takes a step. But if you're not patient enough to understand that, you know what, this might not be the right time to say this. Or, you know what, I was supposed to start that project yesterday, but you know what, I ain't gonna wait till tomorrow. Seriously. Because those little things like that are where patience starts. And one thing that I know that these individuals would have took for granted is being patient to get in the right opportunity or position. Okay? So we got I am, law of association. And then we got be of, tell her you at the Cotillion. Tell her if she want to be able to get anything, come to the Cotillion next month. Yeah, the darn January and February might have 2 weeks. Tell her that. All right? But now, let me tell you this. Yeah, I'm on it. Because the one thing is, you remember I told you I used to be with one of y'all. Yeah. I graduated from Myrtle Beach High School as the vice president. I've had a lot of great accolades, but the one thing that I could not ever do is be impatient. If I'm impatient, then I don't have the opportunity to stand here and talk to y'all. I know in the further days, we are going to dive into my story where I come from. Because one thing I tell you, my testimony, the things that I've been able to witness are nothing but the great reasons and the purpose why I want to be able to pour it right back into y'all. Because one thing, let me tell you this, I don't know like I got kids do it. I got 3 beautiful kids. I got a 6-year-old, 5-year-old, and a 2-year-old. She just turned 2 yesterday. Little T. And one thing is this, y'all, they are children just like y'all, and they're gonna be looking up to y'all at one day. They're gonna be looking up to y'all. And if they don't know what they're looking at, or what they're actually getting led by, then they're gonna be led astray. Y'all are I want y'all to know y'all's positioning. Y'all are in a great opportunity. Y'all in a great position to be able to embody and get great within yourselves, but also to your peers. I want you to read that quote a lot, because if you're not being of the resource, then you are that liability. And that liability is, you know what? You know that one person that you don't want to be around. You know that one person that, well, I can't believe that they gonna do this. You know what? You don't want to be around him because they always get in trouble. You want to be that person, or you want to be that person that resource that everyone knows. You know what? I know Omar. He good at math. I'm gonna go there for math. You know what? I want to get better at football. Let me go talk to one that getting better. And that's gonna tie us right into this. Obedience. Obedience goes like this. Listening to our mama. Listening to our parents, to our parents, teachers, coaches, anybody. If we aren't obedient by what they have to say, do we get the things that we want? That's a question. If we don't listen to our coaches, if we don't listen to our parents, if we don't listen to our teachers, do we get what we want?
No.
All right. So what do you have to do if you want to get what you want? You have to be obedient. You got to follow direction. Mama don't got to say it about 2, 3, 4 times. You got to say it one time and that's it. Seriously, right? Because that's how I get the things that I want. And if you want to get better, that's why I'm happy y'all are here right now. That's where I'm going to just end it up like this, because what's one thing, I don't know if y'all was listening, but one thing I said in the beginning, I am an individual where we walk in one way and we leave better. Because this is it. Because I'm going to leave y'all with this. Because the shameless motivation is my brand. And the shameless motivation is something that instilled in me from Myrtle Beach. And it's kind of like this. You can never be ashamed of anything that you made it through, because you can talk about whether you did bad, good, or bad, but it didn't stop you, okay? But the motivation is, you can be better than you were yesterday for tomorrow. That's why we can start today. Y'all are here making a great impact within y'all's lives, and to the people that love you, and take it and don't use it for granted, but use it for the purpose that y'all all have with being on this side. Because some people didn't get the opportunity. All right? My name is Tashin Lewis. I know that this isn't the last time I'll be able to speak to y'all, but I want y'all to know that I am grateful that y'all are here, and I am blessed to see all of y'all's bright futures, okay? I want to give yourselves a round of applause for all the things that y'all going to do in the future. That's what you got to do. You don't think you deserve it? Let's do it again. Let's do it. Everyone